And when you feel your heart's guarded, and you see the break started, and when the clouds have all departed, you'll be right here with me. What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I really want to apologize that we were not together last Friday. But I am going to do everything in my power to... What's going on? Was that a text? I'm going to do everything in my power to see that we are together tomorrow, everybody, because as always, there's so much going on, none of which I care about, because I just don't have the time or the energy really anymore. You know, as I've said, my mind has already shifted to Ghana, and so it's a weird place for me to be in, that I still exist here. But my heart, I'm still the same person, so I feel pulled, you know. But I do intend for us to be together tomorrow, and we're probably going to be here a minute because there's a lot that I really want to talk about in tomorrow's piece, and I'm still warring with myself over how I want to present to you. I think there's a way for me to be able to use my phone or my tablet as my camera, interface it with my PC, stream everything live, and then I'll be able to present my articles and videos and audio clips for you. I think I'd like to do that. It's been some time since I've done that. I know many of you missed that. You've articulated that to me. I appreciate that. And I think I'd like to be able to do it that way, as opposed to just isolating me on camera. And I think I'd like for us to just sort of have class tomorrow. So I'm going to be endeavoring to do that. But I want to shout out Ronaldo Win. What's up, Naldo? And I appreciate your sharing this with me, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing it. Because I've been hearing rumblings of goings on with this jury in Georgia, and then, but you know, there's other stuff going on, and there was a, you know, the politics. Tuesday was election day, and there was some races I was following, particularly the mayor's race in Buffalo, New York, and there's also the little boy who was murdered. There's a few things, and then I'm also very this thing with Dave Chappelle is still continuing, and I have some very strong words for all of this transgender hoax bullshit that I'm over, as well as some accompanying history and audio and some articles and things to go with that. I put together quite a list, quite frankly, of just bullet reminders for myself. I also want to shout out Anjane. Shout out to you, Anjane. And I appreciate the... And there's some other stuff that's literally on my phone, y'all, that you all have sent me that I have not looked at. And so that will get incorporated some kind of way once I have a chance to look at those things. one of the reasons why I decided to do this, everybody, is because one of the main things I want to communicate to you is precedence. 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 You see, in a court of law, you always want to know, is there any precedence for, a case to be brought, or, it's kind of a sister to case law. It's slightly different, because legal terms, can have slight variations, but very powerful. I brought you will, may, and shall, just as examples of that, of what I'm trying to say right now. And why I cite this word precedence now is because I'm using it sort of semi-legally or para-legally, like with, para. And I have said that America, or should I say along with it, being the dumbest nation on earth, the dumbest population of people on planet Earth, live right here in this asshole of the devil. But it's also the laziest and the whiniest. And I have said to you that one of the things that I love about other nations when they are in turmoil with their government, they storm their shit. Like their leaders and lawmakers have to physically fear them. You understand? Folks running for their lives. See, we love that visual. And for all the wrong-headedness of it all that was the debacle of 6 January, the precedent that it set, if we were sophisticated, monolithic people when it came to struggle and oppression, we would understand that we should march in one step, left, right, left, when it comes to oppression. And what that looks like in this scenario is we would understand that we should seize upon moments of white crisis, or white imagined crisis, because it's always imagined, it's never real. And so for all of their storming of capitals and storming of chambers and nooses and, we should be testing the system every damn time. And so when we see a headline like this, we should be storming the building where the shit is going on. Because that's not imagined. Our crisis is real and evident. Desperately ignored, but real and evident. And while they drag their feet and drag their ass, it's November already, and there's been no real tangible movement or a sense of desire and will to hold these white savages accountable for their insurrection, their treason. So we should test that and do the same shit in matters where it's viable and legitimate, and then turn to them and dare them and say, well, look what you're doing with the 6th January thing. You're dragging your ass on that. So we know we're not going to jail. We know you don't have time to prosecute us, and you just can't find any charges for us. We're sure of it. And oh, by the way, We're legitimate. We have real outrage. Oh, look, here's a document from the UN that says the oppression against African people in this bitch is crimes against humanity and civil rights violations and human rights violations. You see, it's kind of like, I don't remember which one of my nephews it was because everybody aggravated me. Um, and, but you've probably seen this someplace in your life or with your own children or nieces and nephews or something where you tell one not to do something and then the other one see you just told them that and then they go and do the exact same thing. Didn't you see me just tell him not to do it? Get your load. You see. Well, we should be that proverbial child that goes right in after and go, well, look, well, we didn't see that. Well, look. Well, the white people didn't get in trouble. And they're finding all these new names for it. I even heard this literally, that it was a tourist event. Tourism, everybody. Tourism. A fucking insurrection on the nation's capital is a tourism event. While laughable, it validates what I've said to you and what I know to be true. White people will say and do and have said anything. Any excuse is supposed to be valid for any action that they articulate on the planet. There's always a reason, It should be just fine, Even when I've brought this to you a million times, when you see somebody do something heinous, they step down, and they get another job in some other high position. But after they've stepped down, not the bitch was fired. And get your shit and get out. No. They step down. I want to do some stepping down. No need to fire me. I'm stepping down. You see. It's always killed me. At stepping down. So-and-so had to step down today. Down where? Down where? What? But they do this because we are not physically coming for them. That's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. There must be consequence. And that consequence should be measured by the threat. I'd say our threat is pretty great after nearly 533 years. And that was just at the signing of the 1965 voting rights. That was 533 by my math. So you do the math from there to 2021 and you get your sum total. But there's no consequence. Man cheats on his wife. No consequence. He continues to cheat. She's standing at the door with hot grits and hot chicken grease. No more cheating. No hot grits, no chicken grease, more cheating. Child doesn't get a spanking for doing something that's dangerous to them or in heinous disrespect to the parent. I'll show you a teenager that is out of control and their pants around their ass and listening to goddamn earbuds all damn day when they're 17. I'll show it to you when they're 3. Consequence. And again, I've tried to express to you the urgency of the hour over the years. You're playing right in their hands as if it's just, oh, this one thing happened and oh, and that happened and oh, that happened, but it's not this that it's not this all-out assault, war, WAR, up on us. So we're not having the proper reaction. We're people under violent, heinous, vicious attack, and we're having no violent, heinous, vicious response for even the smallest infraction against us. This would be among those. Arbery judge seats nearly all white devils who don't have the capacity of fairness, righteousness, and truthfulness in Georgia murder trial by other white demons. It's so infuriating, man. Judge acknowledges appearance. Nah, it's not an appearance, bitch. You're rigging it. You understand? I bring my own dice into a casino. No, it's just it's the appearance that I'm bringing in my own dice. Bitch, you have your own dice. Hand the shit over, and security is being called. Oh, it's just the appearance. Remember when the orange puff, when he had the white whore that he was appointing to the Supreme Court, and we're just supposed to believe, even though we saw all the obvious conflicts of interest and clear cronyism and all the shit, just because they say it's not exactly what it looks like, that we're supposed to all just walk away. And they do this from politics to murder. No, Rodney King's not having his ass handed to him. He's rising here at this frame. Look, he's aggressive here in this frame. Look, he's rising here. No, Treyvon was not the victim. He was the attacker, says the white demon. Because you have to be a demon to spin this shit like this. Nothing less. Nothing less than a demon. The appearance of intentional discrimination. In the case of 3 white demon racist devils who murdered Ahmaud Arbery, who was African. Well, I know it looks like it's racial with all these white devils, and plus it was white devils that killed him, and it's more white devils colluding. But no, we're just holy people, and we don't do anything wrong, and you're safe with us, said the 5th cobra that slithered up to you and bit your ass yet again, because you didn't understand that it's still a damn cobra. Oh, well, the other ones bit me, but you can't say they're all bad. Yes, the fuck they are. Rotten to the core, born evil, and above all, dangerous to African people anywhere. A Georgia white devil and lying demon has acknowledged their appearance to be intentional discrimination after a nearly all-white demon jury was selected to or selected for the trial of 3 white murdering devils who murdered Ahmaud Arbery. Not accused. They did it. But has seated the jury nonetheless. You know, I was watching, I don't know, some point over the damn weekend, I think. Especially, I probably think it was Saturday, because I was just so over it. I was getting so many calls from random ass, like, it was just like everybody and their mother somehow decided they needed to call me on Saturday. I couldn't believe it. Like, it was whatever. And then there was other people that were needing to come by who never got in, because anybody that knows me knows you never come to my home unannounced. You will not get into the castle. It's just not happening. But I just swore off. I got to take today for me. I just have to. I have to. And so, but in my solace, I was watching. I realized I was seeing something on YouTube, and then I seen "Are You the Girl" that TLC had done. I don't know, a few years back, and I realized I hadn't really seen all the episodes, and um, and at the very least, I hadn't seen it from the beginning. And I was very infuriated by the fact that here you had Lisa Left Eye Lopez, who was tragically murdered in a car accident and was one of the staples of the group, iconic. Why are there white bitches showing up at the damn audition that you've invited to audition? You've invited. They didn't just show up, you invited them. For what? What are they there for? For what? For what? I mean, this is how sick it goes with us. No, we're replacing a black girl with a black girl, so no need for any white bitches to show up. Bye-bye. But certainly you don't go seek them out. What, just so they can be included? I remind you, there are native people on this land who have their own damn sacred land, their own courts, their own police, their own laws. They're not beholden to these demons in any way. Don't owe them shit. And we need to get to that. We need to get to that. But there it was. It made me sick. I couldn't watch it. I was done. I was done. If you can't do shit else, you've got to learn how to be unapologetically and individually and collectively black. Period. To the exclusion of this demon. They don't like it, tell them go open any news publication on any day that they're asking you and read your current suffrage that's going on. I'm over it. But you see, they have no problem excluding your black ass at all. And when it really counts, even. A jury comprising of 11 white demons and one not real African person, I'm sure, was seated on Wednesday after defense attorneys struck almost all black jurors from the pool. Opening arguments in the high-profile case are set to begin on Friday. I want to go back to our precedents. Because there was a case, I don't remember the state it was in, but I do remember bringing you the video on my old channel. There was a black judge. The attorneys came in. The defendant was black. Everybody on the fucking jury was white. He threw out the jury and scolded them like, how the hell you gonna bring a black defendant here and there's nobody over there that looks like him? So there's precedence for judges to say, no, this does not work for the defendant. Or I'm sorry, for the victim in this case. Because Ahmaud has to be represented. He's not a defendant. He would be a plaintiff, but he's dead. So he should be represented on any jury being impaneled anywhere. That's why I tell you, I have no issue with breaking law because it's not really law. The only law I need to follow is that from the divine. That's it. Not shit else. Because this shit that white people write down, you see evidence every single day that it's optional. It's just there to control your bitch ass. I don't need to stop at the stop sign. I don't need to. My vision of sight, I could see the entire four-way stop. I'm not in danger. No need to stop. Yeah, whatever. They change the rules as they go. Oh, we didn't win an election. Quick, change all voting laws. Oh, wait, 2 Asians were pushed down. Quick, write a bill and everybody vote on it and agree in 5 minutes. That literally happened. Oh, wait, anti-lynching laws? Well, we just can't get it through Congress. We just don't know what we can do. And we're just gridlocked, and it's just all partisan, and we just can't. The shit is on purpose. You see, when somebody make a mistake, you don't get gangster. That's a teachable moment. But you see the shit is on purpose? That's when it's time to go gangster on anything or anyone. Because what? There has to be consequences. And you teach people how to treat you by what you allow. And when you don't flatten a fucking courthouse after a heinous murder of one of our own, and they continue to insult you by impaneling this fucking jury, and the fucking courthouse is not flattened, then blood is on our hands for the next Ahmaud Arbery, who is already targeted, whose death is already being written. I don't know if I'm going to get through this article. I haven't read it. I don't know how long it is. Let me scan. It's looking like War and Peace. You know what? I'm just going to go and whatever, because it doesn't really matter. The story is the same. It's the same. This is how it goes. Black man is killed. White people lie. Had no reason to kill him to begin with. They lie on him and about themselves to make them look good and make him look like the bad person. This is any white person interacting with black people USA from 1431 to right now when my bitch ass speaks. You understand? How long was the Emmett Till trial? Huh? How long was Stinny Stinny, y'all know who I'm talking about, the little boy, 14, executed him, white devils. They kill a 14-year-old. And now they want to incarnate like they're so pro-life now. Really? You're only pro-life when it comes to your white ass. But you're absolutely pro-death when it comes to African people. You're 100% pro-death. Don't tell me shit. Don't approach me. So, it take forever to finally impanel a jury, then hand you injustice. End of story. That's how it goes. The details don't really matter. It's just the names and locations change. But it's still the same ingredient. White evil against weak-ass black people. And I want to say this too. I'm over hashtag driving while black, hashtag walking while black. No, hashtag unarmed while black. That needs to be the only hashtag. Start putting that over every incident that you've ever witnessed and go, oh, I get it. Because in every single one of those incidents, if that black person had been armed, the outcome would be different. Hashtag unarmed while black. Yet again. I'm over it, man. I'm over it. I don't need to read it. I don't need to. I already did the summation. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. And it'll just be a lot of ass dragging and bitch ass details. And I'm just sick and tired of it. You understand? First of all, these damn murderers shouldn't have even made it to the damn courthouse. That's where we're at. That's the state of our being in this nation. To say anything else is to dwell in fiction and fantasy. If it was a one-off, then you would have, but that's no. This is hundreds of years and generations of the same damn story. And what they all have in common is black people not fighting back physically and offering a physical response. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. should go, sticks and stones will break my bones, so don't waste your fucking time talking. Pick up your sticks and stones. That's how the riddle goes. It's going to cut me off. I'll see you all tomorrow. This is the Jedi.